No! Oh, no! What? No. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Courtney. It is time for another round of the Mystery Box Challenge. Here's the rundown. A group of YouTubers get together. We are assigned another YouTuber and we have to follow a theme and send them a box of random stuff. They have no idea what they're getting and then they have to create projects out of those items. Each month there is a host, and this month's host is Kristen from Kristen K. So let's check out what her criteria was for this month's box. This is what Kristen had up her sleeve for this round. She decided that all the items needed to relate to the theme of spring. So item 1 was a flower pot. We needed to send a gardening tool, as well as anything wood, floral item, moss, yarn. We've got 2 sender's choice. We have a challenge item that's also a sender's choice, and then the other challenge item had to be a piece of clothing. Our twist had to be picking up something from outdoors and using it with one of the challenge items. Now you know what criteria we had to follow to send our box off to our person. So I sent my box over to Melanie at Simple Made Pretty, and I got my box from Kristen K. This text message right here says it all. So I am not going to be surprised by anything that's in this box. She's already warned me that she wasn't nice to me. So thank you for that, Kristen. Now, this time there is not going to be any voting. We did just kind of take it off the table for this round. But if you want the voting to come back, please drop that down below in the comments. Let me know that that's something you wish would come back. There is a playlist down below in the description box. It will take you in order of all the videos so that everything makes sense. And yeah, no more stalling. Let's find out what Kristen sent me. All right, I went ahead and cut this top of the box open. This is what it looks like when I look inside. Okay. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. All right, here we go. Yarn, pink yarn. Very good, very good. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Oh, these are her, I guess, the garden pots, so they're seed starter pots. Okay. Okie dokie then. Let's see. A little sign here with the, never seen this before. It's got 3 little tags on it, so there's a little sign. Oh, I see a card. Hold on. I've been doing this backwards. Ooh, and I see Candy. Stand by. She's trying to be nice. She sent me some gummy butterflies. Let me read the card real quick. Okay. Oh, Kristen. My dearest Courtney, enjoy your mystery items. Thank you for letting me host this month's mystery box. XOXO, Kristen. Yeah. Enjoy them I will, Kristen. Enjoy them I will. So this is a wrapped item. Oh, wait. Challenge item 1. Okay, challenge item 2. Oh, these are cute. We've got some little wooden flowers. I've never seen these before. Wooden flowers from Dollar Tree. Those are cute. This is cute too. A little frame from Dollar Tree. Okay, my Dollar Tree needs to step up their game. That's really cute. Moss is moss. That's good. I can handle that. And then the floral is lilacs. That's my floral in here. And then this is wrapped. Oh. It says garden tool. Wait, what? This is a garden tool? Okay. It's no secret that I'm a serial plant killer, but wait, like what do you do with this? Is this like a fancy watering can? Or you spritz your plants with it? Is that what it... I don't do plants because I kill them. It's really cute, but... Oh, okay. I know nothing about gardening, so I'm assuming you put water in this and you... Okay, it's well-rounded, Kristen. I will say you did a pretty okay job there. Let me take a minute here. Okay, take a minute. Challenge item number 1, clothing. No! Oh, no! What? No. Kristen, no. Oh my gosh. Come on. Okay. Today's clothing item. I can't even say this with a straight face. We're going to go with, what's behind door number 1, Chuck? Well, that would be 3 pairs of lacy underwear. A black, a pink, and a red. Okay. Wow. I'm going to say at least it's lace. At least it's lace. I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that's a good thing that it's lace. Okay, let's just... Challenge number 2. Don't use the box, cheater. Why did I let Kristen send to me? No. 100%. Oh my gosh. I think I need to just resign right now. Like, maybe I should just quit. Challenge item number 2, everybody. That's gonna be tampons. Tampons. Kristen, I'm gonna remember this. Tampons. Like, what? Now that we know what is in my box, it is time for me to brainstorm for a very long time about what I'm gonna make, but it'll be really quick your time. Let's get crafting. Let's start off with this pink yarn from Dollar Tree. First thing I want to do is make some pom-poms. And I'm actually going to cheat here and use my little pom-pom maker. I have a set of these 4 that I got from Amazon quite a while ago. I never really ever use it, but now I remember why I should, because it makes making pom-poms really easy. So I'm going to start by just using my pom-pom maker. If you have one of these or don't have one of these, it's pretty self-explanatory on how to use it. But I'm going to whip up 6 little pom-poms, and then we will go on to our next step. I grabbed a piece of burlap fabric that I had in my stash, and I am going to cut some pieces and then just kind of roughly cut some circles. And what we want to do is we're going to turn these pieces of burlap into cones for our little pom-pom ice creams that we're making. So to do that, I am just going to put a little bit of hot glue and kind of make it form a little tip at the end, and then just continue rolling the burlap using hot glue to get a cone shape. I am going to trim it a little bit, and then as far as getting the pom-poms to attach to the cones, I'm just putting some hot glue at the very top of the cone and setting my pom-pom in there. Now everything in today's video will be linked down below in the description box. You can check down there if you have any questions. But again, I said I made 6 pom-poms, but I only ended up deciding to make 5 little ice creams. I've got my little pom-pom ice cream cones made, and I've got this free printable that says summer. You can grab this down below in the description box. And I'm just going to hand cut out this little summer pennant banner. And then we're going to string all this up and get this garland pulled together. I got my pennant banner cut out, my ice cream cones, so I need to punch some holes in this. So I'm just punching 2 holes at the top of these letters. I put the S, U, and M together and I'm punching it, and then the other M-E-R, kind of put them together so that the holes are in the same spot. Now to string this up, I decided I'm just going to use some white string that I had, and I also decided that I wanted to work in some beads. So I grabbed my colorful beads. These came from Dollar Tree, and I pulled out some pinks, and I just started to string this with a darning needle, and it was really easy to do. I mean, the beads fit on perfectly. I made sure on the pennant banner that I fed in to the right hole and then pulled the string and pulled out through the left hole, so that way that the string is on the back side of the pennant banner, if that makes sense, instead of in the front. And to string it through the ice cream cones was really easy. I just kind of threw it through the center of it, and then that's it. I've made a very cute little summer garland. Using this Dollar Tree sign and these Dollar Tree wooden flowers for this project. The next thing I also needed to grab was this wooden box. I got these in a set of 12. If you didn't see my last dupes video, I made a really cute card holder out of one of these wooden boxes. So I'm using another one of those wooden boxes, and I'm starting by painting it white. I started to paint it white and then realized that the hardware on the box, I actually want it to be more of a gold color. So I stopped mid-paint and I unscrewed all the hardware so that I wouldn't get paint all over it, and I just continued painting inside the box as well as outside the box. I grabbed one of these little tag things hanging off this sign, got rid of the screws, and then just on the front side of it, I painted it with some black Waverly chalk paint. For the wooden flowers, I grabbed my metallic paint pens and I just painted one side, the very top part. I didn't do like the sides of the flower. I just, like I said, literally just the top. And I did 8 different colors since there were 8 different wooden flowers. Now here I have a variety of date night ideas, and I printed them on just one big shipping label. And originally what I was going to do was take the flower and stick it on the sticker and then just trim around the flower. But then I was like, why am I going to do all of that extra work? So I ended up just literally cutting the little phrases and sticking them on the back of the flowers. You certainly could, if you wanted to, cover the whole back of the flower if you want, but I realized, yeah, that's just going to take me forever, and this was just a much easier route to go. Before I attach the hardware back onto my wooden box, I am just going to take some antique gold rub and buff and rub it all over the hardware to give it a nice gold color. Once the hardware is nice and dry, I am going to get that reattached to my box. Then I'm going to take my little black piece of the sign and hot glue that to the top of the box. Grabbing my gold paint pen, I am going to draw gold hearts, just freehand, willy-nilly, all over the sides and top of this box. The last step is I took my gold paint pen and I wrote date night on the black sign. If you have a Cricut, you certainly could just print out a decal very quickly, but I'm just freehanding this. And once that is done, then this little date night activity box is ready to go. I'll be using this Dollar Tree fancy watering spritzer for your plants for this next project. Took off the top, won't be needing that, and I grabbed a piece of vellum. Once I had the vellum, I trimmed it down to about 3.5 inches wide. Then I took my little tape roller and I put a strip of that on one end and just stuck this to kind of make it a lampshade. That's what I'm turning this into, is a lampshade. I grabbed one of my challenge items, a tampon, and I took it apart till I had this little pink piece right here. I'll be using that later on. Then I took a popsicle stick that I trimmed down, and what I'm doing is I am trying to tack my little lampshade to this popsicle stick. And then once I get it tacked down, I'm just going to trim off the extra pieces of the popsicle stick that stick out on either side of the lampshade. Next up, I took some of these flowers that I got in a pack from Hobby Lobby, and I just started hot gluing them all over the lampshade, just kind of scattering them about and tacking them down so that their petals weren't all kind of, you know, sticking out everywhere. I tried to tack them the best I could. Now you want to take that pink piece that we grabbed from the tampon, and I am sticking that down into the center of that popsicle stick. Then you want to take your fairy lights. Now you definitely could put fairy lights inside the glass portion, but I wanted it to be up where the lampshade was. So after I glued this little gold metal bow on there, I took my fairy lights and I used that little pink piece to just wrap them around it so it stays secure in there. And then I did put some hot glue at the top of my glass piece and stick that popsicle stick lampshade on top of that so it was nice and secure. And now you've just got this cute little lamp. These would be great for a tablescape. You could definitely use these as different themes if you wanted to, but it's just a little extra light that you can have for some nice ambiance. I'll be using this Dollar Tree frame along with working another challenge item into this project. So once I got the frame ready, not doing anything to it, just leaving it as is, I took a pool noodle that I cut in half and trimmed it down so that it would fit in the little inside portion of this frame where the glass is. And once I got that trimmed down, I did take my hobby knife and make 3 slits at the top, and I did go not all the way through, but I did make them nice big wide slits almost to the edges of the pool noodle. The next thing I did was take some pink paint and I painted my pool noodle all over with that pink paint. Okay. I feel like this craft should be on Crafting After Dark. If you're new to my channel, please don't assume that I enjoy or seek out crafting with panties, because I definitely do not do that. Apparently Kristen K likes to craft with panties, so that's why she sent these to me, so that's nice. I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen here. This is so freaking ridiculous. I mean, I guess, you know, getting rid of a lot of panties, don't throw them away. Apparently you should craft with them. I don't even know why I just cut this off. I have no idea what I'm doing. So what I did is I cut off the elastic band of the panties and I cut it into smaller pieces, and what I'm doing is I'm going to wrap those pieces on the pool noodle. So I'm going to start on the ends and I'm going to put a piece and tack it down. And then on the other pieces, I am just going to slightly overlap them and tack them to the bottom portion of the noodle. So I'll just kind of drape it over it, flip it over, and hot glue the bottom of it till this whole thing is covered with the elastic band of panties. I cannot even believe I just said that sentence in one of my videos. But wait, there's more. So don't get rid of those panties yet, because now you want to take a piece of the lacy part of it and we're going to cover this pool noodle with that. I'm going to make sure that where I cut those slits, I'm going to take my little CRICUT spatula and just push this into those slits. And then to finish it off, after I get that lace secured and hot glued and all that good stuff, I'm going to glue this onto the frame, making sure it's secure, and finish it off with some little flowers and rhinestone flowers. And now I've got myself a ring holder made out of a frame and some panties. This project is a doozy. We are using the florals, the pots, the moss, another challenge item, and the twist, grabbing something from the outdoors. So the best I can do is we are going to create a patriotic floral arrangement. So I decided to leave the pots as they were. I didn't mind the whole brown kind of, it looked like burlap. So I was like, yeah, we'll just go with that. Once I did that, I grabbed my red panties and I cut the elastic band off of the red panties. We are still cutting these panties. I am now cutting a strip of the lace portion, about a 1-inch wide piece of it. Yeah, so this is fun. My friend just texted me and was like, hey, what are you doing? My response, crafting with panties. No response from my friend. Pretty sure. May have just lost my friend forever. Grabbed a piece of floral foam, stuck that in my pot. Then I also took the moss and put that on top of the floral foam. And I grabbed those lilacs. I ended up using 3 of those. I trimmed them down a little bit and I stuck those inside of the floral foam. Now we are going to make some red roses out of, you guessed it, panties. I took the elastic band and I cut it in half, as well as that piece of lace, and cut it in half so that I had 4 pieces total. Then taking a piece of the elastic band and the lace, I just started twisting them kind of together and started going around and around and around until I made it look like a flower, using hot glue to secure here and there so that it would hold its shape. Now I wanted to add a white center to each of my roses, so I grabbed some Dollar Tree pearls that I had in my stash and I simply just got those squished in there and used hot glue to secure them. I am on the twist portion. I'm in my front yard looking for sticks. And I don't have very many because, well, my trees got trimmed and so there's no dead sticks anywhere, but that's what I need. There are a lot of lizards everywhere. Let me see if I can find some. Looking for sticks. Okay, this one may work. What else? Let's see. This one may work. Looking for sticks. I'm looking for sticks. Ooh, that's a fat stick. I think it's too fat. Oh, this is a good one. This one's better than the other one. Nature. Everybody loves nature. I feel like a Girl Scout out here. Okay, headed back in. It is time to build my roses now with my sticks that I just collected in the yard. So to do that, I'm going to take more of these leaves that were from some of the extra lilacs that I didn't use. And what I decided was I needed to glue 2 leaves facing each other at the very top of the stick. So the pretty side to pretty side. Once I got those glued at the very top, then I was able to just put a ton of hot glue in there and kind of shove my rose down in it, and that worked beautifully. I think I deserve bonus points because now I am working the other challenge item into this DIY. So my initial thought was, hey, I'm going to turn this tampon into a shooting rocket and it's going to be like shooting out of my floral arrangement. And then I was like, no, that's not going to work. So actually, once I took it all apart, I realized, okay, I can actually turn this into something kind of cute. It's just going to be a little painful to get it to that point. Everybody, so grab your tampon. I can't, y'all, I'm sorry. I know, I'm painting this red. I just realized, I'm sorry. This is just going very wrong and Kristen K is to blame for this. So I can't. Oh my god, I can't with this. Okay. Okay, so far so good. So in case you can't tell what I'm making here, I'm turning this into a bomb pop because, you know, that makes sense. And so I actually, y'all, it really looks cute in person, and honestly, you would never know what it really is. I'm telling you. But what I did was I painted the bottom portion blue, just left the middle white, and then I took one of my mini popsicle sticks and I cut that in half. Then I also took another piece of the tampon and I painted that red because I'm going to need to use that to kind of hold my bomb pop into my floral arrangement. I got that painted red and let it dry, stuck that down into my floral arrangement, and then for the bomb pop, I took my hobby knife and cut a little area at the bottom so that I could use a little bit of hot glue and stick my popsicle stick in at the bottom of it. Once I did that, I just squirted a bunch of hot glue into that little piece that I put in my floral arrangement and stuck the popsicle stick in there. And I just kind of used glue, held it till it dried, and it's very, very secure in there. Now the floral piece needed something else kind of by the bomb pop, so I grabbed 2 wooden stars and I used my white paint pen just to paint one side of it. Then taking some Mod Podge, I covered them with Mod Podge and just dipped it into that little container of white glitter that I found in my closet when I was cleaning it out because it just needs a little sparkler type thing. I also have 2 green pieces of a stem left over from those lilacs, and so what I did is I attached the stars to those 2 pieces of green floral wire, and I stuck those inside of my arrangement. The finishing touch was just adding a little red and white bow to the front. And here you have it, my 2 challenge item plus my twist DIY. Hey, come to my 4th of July party where I will be putting out panty and tampon centerpieces for your viewing pleasure. If you are one of my newsletter subscribers, I am so excited for this. I hosted my first ever mystery box challenge light version for my newsletter subscribers for the month of April. What they had to do is they had some criteria to follow and then submit their pictures. I've got prizes involved, so let's see what their criteria was for their projects. The theme for them was April showers bring May flowers, and their twist was they could not use any store-bought florals. There were 3 different categories and they had to pick one item from each one. The first group, they had to pick from popsicle sticks, pom-poms, or pipe cleaners. The second group, they had to pick from red paint, clay, and straws. And the last group, which was the challenge items, they had to pick from bar of soap, cleaning sponge, funnel, or a toy car. They could use more than one item, and they could also use items from their stash. Now let's take a look at all their awesome creations. thank you to all of you who participated in this. The prizes will be announced in the May 9th email newsletter. If you would like to take part in a future mystery box challenge, make sure you sign up for my newsletter. The link is down below in the description box. That will conclude this round of the mystery box challenge. Let me know down below which one of my projects was your favorite, and as always, I'd love to know what you would do with those challenge items, which, well, you know what they were. Tell me down in the comments, what would you have made? Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Here are some more videos you might want to check out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!